This firm is not a mill. Clients are individuals and they are treated as people, which is different from a lot of firms that do the type of work that we do, is they will try and move the massive number of cases that they possibly can handle. We don't do that. We take good cases, work them diligently for our clients, and deliver the best results available.
I've been here over 14 years, and before that I practiced in Texas. I've seen different types of law practices and how cases are handled from the beginning. From the very first phone call with our firm, you're speaking with an attorney, and that is not the case with most firms. The reason that you speak with an attorney from the beginning is because the clients, the future clients, are important, and the attorney really needs to get in touch and understand what the client is going through, ask the right questions, and get the real information.
And so all of us end up taking those phone calls, spending the time to try to understand what a client's case is about at the very beginning. Then we try to gather information on the cases we think have significant merit and present them in a conference setting where people talk about the strengths and weaknesses of the case, so that if we decide to take the case, the client knows why we think their case has merit. And if we end up turning down the case, the client knows that it's been thoroughly analyzed and we're not just passing them off to some other attorney.
Our firm standard is that we are meticulous in evaluating, researching, and making a determination of whether someone should or should not bring a lawsuit. One of the things that I think that we're best at is listening, trying to understand and evaluating the impact of whatever's happened to that person. But we also spend an inordinate amount of time evaluating cases to make sure that we don't make the same mistake that a doctor's made, or a driver of a car, or a hospital, or an automobile company, and that we don't overlook something that shouldn't be overlooked.
I think, I think we operate at a little different level when it comes to trial work than most firms do. We have, I think, a much deeper understanding of both the law and the medicine than most firms do. And so for the type of work we do, I mean, we're able to really attack a case both from having some of the smartest legal minds in any firm, combined with a really deep understanding of the medicine.
One of the things that I think really separates Leventhal and Puga from other firms is the ability to put in time before cases are filed to do medical research, legal research, factual research, and be ready to file good cases all the time. It's very hard to do, and it's very hard to do well, but this firm has mastered that and is able to do a tremendous amount of work before a case is filed to make sure that the case is worthy of filing and that we can help our clients. Not every case that you file you can help everyone with, and sometimes there are fights that need to be fought. Even if the odds are very poor, there are times where you have to do it. What this firm has done very differently from other places is not lost the ability to do the work before a case, even in a high-paced business environment where there are a lot of clients and there are a lot of people who need help and want to have help. This firm has found a way to still be able to put in the effort before a case is filed. Not every firm can do that, either through resources or desire. They just don't have the time to do it, and this firm has made that time and continues to do so.
If we go into a deposition with a doctor, 9 times out of 10 we know as much about the medicine that they're going to be talking about as they do. And I think a lot of times that comes off as surprising to them, even though they've probably been told by their attorneys that, this attorney's going to know a lot about it. It often comes off as a little surprising to them.
We're an injury law firm, and if you don't understand the medicine and the consequence of the injuries and the consequence of what they're dealing with, then you really can't effectively represent them. So we delve deeply into the medicine in every case.
When you're cross-examining neuroradiologists, you need to be able to read those images as well as they can. You need to be able to read placental pathology. You need to be able to understand the mechanism of the circulatory system of a fetus and read fetal monitor strips. You need to, in fact, I had one client who, after her case was over, she found herself pregnant again, and I sat in through her labor and delivery so that, so we could make sure everything went perfect. And, she had a happy, healthy baby after that. So I have just lived it my whole life.
And the reason why people have that type of collaborative decision making is because there's so much experience and so much intelligence and so much compassion in the attorneys who work here that you always are better as a group trying to solve your client's problems than if you just did it all by yourself. That's what drew me here. I knew they had great clients, great people, great support staff, a great location, and an opportunity to continue impacting the lives of people who need help.
The consequence of any one of these cases has an effect nationwide. When a healthcare provider is held responsible for their conduct, and it's recognized that what they did deviated from medical rules, from medical standards, when drug companies are held responsible, when automobile companies are held responsible for not doing the right thing and recognizing safety flaws, that problem resonates through the community and through the country. And it makes people change their behavior. And as long as I can have that effect, as long as this firm has that effect, we will continue to do this.